Want to make easy apple pie? Well, it's easy in Lloyd's little kitchen. For the apple pie, you will need 900 grams of tart apples, like Bramley or Granny Smith, a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, a teaspoon of vanilla essence, 150 grams of caster sugar, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 egg yolk, 2 teaspoons of cream, 40 grams of butter, 1 tablespoon of quick cooking tapioca. Preheat the oven to 230 degrees, it's 450 degrees Fahrenheit or gas mark 8. Peel and core all of the apples. I like to have my apples cut into thin strips and small chunks. In a mixing bowl, add the lemon juice, the vanilla essence, the cinnamon and the sugar, and toss together. Careful not to stretch the dough when you put it into the tin. Make sure it's into the corners. It should overlap the edges slightly. Trim off the excess. You can do this with a rolling pin. If you go over to the edge of the tin, push the excess over the edge and it will just come off. Wonder why my pie hasn't got a very neat edge? Well, I always decorate the edges with the excess. I normally cut them into small shapes, or you can just line it once you've done the top. Sprinkle the tapioca into the base of the pastry. Okay, once the mixture is ready, spoon it into the base. Try to get it so it's even, and add the small chunks of butter within the mixture. It's now ready to have the top put on. Roll out the remainder of the dough. Now if you're doing it as a normal pie lid, just make it slightly larger than the other one. However, I'm going all fancy. I'm not going for neatness at all with this one because I'm going to be cutting this up. Using a sharp knife, cut along the pastry and try to make these as even as you can. Cut across them in a diagonal line. So now you have diamond shaped pieces. Okay, to make these look a bit like leaves, score them down the middle and then cut little veins into them. Just like that. For the edge of the pastry, roll out the leftover cuts and with a sharp knife cut these into small diamond shapes. Okay, let's decorate the top of the pie. Lay out your leaf-shaped pieces of pastry so that they almost go right to the edge. You can add a couple for the top just to overlap them. And I've made these small ones just to fill in some of the bigger gaps. Now for the edging, you just want to take your small diamond shaped ones and just place those all around the edge. You want to overlap them slightly. Okay, I've got a few more left over, so I'm just going to add a few more leaves to the top. Take your egg yolk and the cream. Mix that together. Now you can use any cream really for this. You can use single, double or whipped cream. Brush the egg cream mixture over the pastry. Make sure you get all the little leaves and everything as well to do all of the edge. Okay, it's ready to put into the oven. So you want to cook it for 10 minutes on the higher heat, and then you want to turn the temperature down to 180 degrees It's 350 degrees Fahrenheit, that's gas mark 4. And you want to cook it for a further 35 to 40 minutes until the pastry is golden brown. Okay, so I'm going to take the pie out of the oven now. Look at that. Looks delicious. Okay, just place that on a wire rack and let it cool down. Bing! Tiny amount of cream. Okay, let's give this a try. The crust is crunchy, the apple is softened and is really soaked in the cinnamon. It's delightful. Want to make easy apple pie? Well, it's easy in Lloyd's little kitchen.